All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem, YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, the honors to the apostles, and unto the elders, a great millstone. GMS for telling me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title this lesson, but I just wanted to read over the book of Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter in particular, and just to read it, because for me, when I read this, and especially like if you come the Spirit has it to where you come across it in camp, this this chapter is really good. It actually well, the whole book's a great motivator, but you have certain scriptures that you read it and you're just like, that's exactly what I got to do, and that's how I feel when I read this. So I'm going to read it, through the Spirit, we'll see where it takes me, see what precepts it brings forth, and then that'll be the lesson. But this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1, and it says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." That's right. And when we come to, to serve our power, man, we just got to know that we got to prepare ourselves for, the things that come with this truth, because when you become, when you become awake, spiritually, that's when, and especially when you're in this faith, that's when Satan tests you the most. That's when you go through, temptations, tribulations, and this precept came to my mind. This is James chapter 1, verse 12, and it says, "Blessed the man that endureth temptation." And that's right, because in this faith, when we come to serve our power, we go through temptation, And it says, "But blessed the man that endureth temptation." So you become blessed when you endure, the things that you have to go through, especially, in considering, or, concerning in this faith, and it says, "For when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life." And that's what happens. You get tried. The Most High, he puts you through situations, see what you're gonna do, what's your reaction, what are you gonna do, Most High, he puts us through tests, he puts us through the fire. And it says, "For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." And that's right, because the Most High, he, he tries and puts those that he loves through situations, to try them, to test them, and really to make them stronger. And that's what happens when we, endure the temptation, But it says, verse 2, it says, "Set thy heart aright and constantly endure." You see, so that's the thing. Constantly enduring, throughout whatever you may go through. And it says, "And make not haste in the time of trouble." And that's right. So we can't get worried, in times, of trouble, when things start to get tough, But it says, verse 3, it says, "Cleave unto him." And that's right. And that's what we got to do ultimately, to cleave unto our power, to call upon him, call upon his name, and do those things that are pleasing in his sight. But it says, "Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mightest be increased at thy last end." And it says, "Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate." And that's right. And we have to be patient, We have to be patient. What is that? Nope. I thought it was in the Apocrypha, but I just remember where it is. Lamentations chapter 3, verse 25, it says, "The Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him." And that's right. And that's what we do. We wait for our power. We wait for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to go to, or let's go back to Ecclesiasticus. And it says, "And whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate," which means to suffer, and that's what we do. We patiently wait, for the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And it says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." And that's right, because we get tried, we get tested, going through the fire. Salaki brothers, I'm on break right now, so, but it is what it is. I just, just taking a little, break, to bring forth a lesson. But somebody just needed my help real quick, so lock you. But it says, let me read verse 5 again. It says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." And that's right. And that's what happens to us brothers. We go through the fire, we go through tribulation, temptation, you know. and when we do, that's when we, call upon and lean upon our power the most. I mean, we always do, no matter what, with any situation that we're in, we always go to our, the man who we could rely on, the man who we're supposed to rely on, which is our power, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. All right, verse 6, it says, "Believe in him." And that's what we got to do. You got to believe in him. You got to believe in YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. And it says, "And he will help thee." And that's right. So if you believe in him, he'll help you, And it says, "Order thy way aright and trust in him." And that's right, because that's what we're supposed to do. Trust in the Lord, or trust in the Most High. Right here it says, Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, "Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not upon thine own understanding." So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Trusting in the Most High, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, with all our heart, man. So that we don't lean upon our own understanding. Okay? And it says, "In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths." And that's right. So if we acknowledge our power, trust in him, fear him, love him, and walk in all his ways, he's going to direct our paths. Okay? So verse 7, back here in Ecclesiasticus 2 and 7, "Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall." And that's right. And that's what we're supposed to do. Us that fear the Lord, we wait for the mercy of YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. And it says, "Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good, and for everlasting joy and mercy." And that's what we do, hope for good. All right? When you read Psalms 33, verse 18, that's who that's who the Lord got his eyes on. It says, "Behold," this is Psalms 33, verse 18, "Behold, the eye of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in what? His mercy." All right? And this one just said, back here in Ecclesiasticus 2 and 9, "Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good." And that's right. We hope for good. We hope that the Most High, he bestows his, mercy upon us. Why? Because this is the things that are going to come to pass right here. Verse 9, "To deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine," because those are the things in which our power he's sending upon the earth. All right. Go to 2 Ezra 15. Oops. 2 Ezra chapter 15. Salakia. 2 Ezra. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 5. "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." See, so those are the things in which the Most High is sending upon this place. And right here it says, "To deliver their soul from death," Psalms 33 and 18, "to deliver," or 19, "to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. As our soul waiteth for the Lord, he is our help and our shield." And that's right. And that's what we wait for, because he's the one that's going to help us. He's the one that's going to shield us, and protect us in the times where it's going to be great death and great famine, great destruction, great tribulation. It says, "For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us, according as we hope in thee." And that's what we do, hope in him. So let's go back here, Ecclesiasticus 2. And verse 10, it says, "Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?" And the answer to that question is none. The Most High, he never despised, like for Noah, for example, Noah had fear, and he and he had faith as well, and trust in the Most High, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, to, because in the book of Hebrews it talks about how Noah, or by faith, Noah being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, and that's right. And Noah had trust and faith in the Most High of the things that he didn't even see, and the Most High never forsook him. That's why he saved Noah, his wife, and his 3 sons and their family, their wives. And it says, "For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in the time of affliction." And that's right, because our Lord, his mercy, when you talk about his mercy is upon them that fear him. The book of Luke tells you that. It's the book of Luke, chapter 1 and 50. And it says, "And his mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation." And that's right, and that's who we fear. We fear YAHAWASHI. See, the majority of these people, they don't fear the Most High, because if they did, they would, depart from their evil and do good. But, they ain't doing that right now. And it says, verse 12, "Woe be unto fearful hearts and faint hands, and sinners that go 2 ways." And that's right. And we can't be fearful heart. We can't be we can't have a fearful heart or faint hands. All right. And verse 13, it says, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted." Now, when you look at that word faint-hearted, it means scared. The Most High, he didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of love and power and a sound mind. That's the thing. We got to be, as the book of Ephesians 6th chapter goes into the 10th verse, it says, "Be ye strong in the Lord and the power of his might." So we can't be faint-hearted. We can't be scared. We have to have our confidence in the Most High. And you have your confidence, or how do you get your confidence? By fearing the Lord. All right. It says, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended." And that's right. You're not going to be defended if you don't have your faith, your belief in the Most High, YAHAWASHI. If you're all scared and faint-hearted, the scriptures talk about, if you're scared, you got to go home, man. You can't have anybody that's scared, around you, because that energy is gonna, spread. But this is the 15th verse. It says, or I'm sorry, the 14th verse, "Woe unto you that have lost patience." And that's right. And you have men that have lost patience. They turn their hand off the plow. That's taking too long. I can't wait. I got stuff to do in my life. They've lost patience. But this is what happened. This is what will happen. It says, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? And that's right. And you're going to be visited by YAHAWASHI. See, but us that have, matter of fact, let me grab this, Revelations 3 and 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience." And that's right. And that's what we're doing. We're keeping the word of the Most High's patience. "And in doing so, this is what will be done in return." It says, "I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation," which is going to be the mark of the beast when it be, installed fully throughout the whole earth. And it says, "What shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." And that's what's going to happen. But us that keep the word of YAHAWASHI's patience, he's going to keep us from that hour of temptation. All right. Verse 11, it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold thou fast what thou hast, that no man take thy crown." And that's right. And we're not going to allow anything or anyone to, prevent us from achieving and receiving that crown. We're going to do all that we can, all the way until the end. Because he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved. All right. Reading on, verse 15, "They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word." And that's right. Because if you fear the Lord, you're not going to do something that the Most High said not to do. If the scriptures say, "Thou shalt not commit adultery," you're not going to do it because you're going to fear the consequence, of you disobeying the Most High's word, All right. "And they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. They that love him will keep his ways." And what's his ways? Keeping of the commandments. And it says, "They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him." And that's what we do from our day-to-day lives. "And they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts." And that's what we're doing. We're preparing our hearts, meaning our minds, for the times to come. And it says, "And humble their souls in the sight." And that's another thing, we have to stay meek, stay humble, in the sight of our power. Because we don't want to get all high-minded and proud, because that's something he don't like, Verse 18, it says, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of man. As his majesty is, so is his mercy, and that's right. And we want to fall into the hands of our power, man. Not into the hands of man. We want to have our faith in YAHAWASHI, rely on him, But, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to end it off there to the Spirit, brothers. Just a lesson that I wanted to bring forth, because, every time I read this, man, you get it's just like, it's a real, a boost your faith, faith motivator, faith booster, But, I pray and I hope that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, and comforting. As always, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto YAHAWAH, BaHaShem YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone. GMS will tell me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there is pushing out the truth with all sincerity and in faith. And until the next time I say, brothers, Shalom.